Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today I want to do kind of like a guide on how to beat this Hercule's tile breaking challenge, and this would also apply to the Hercule punching bag event. They're very similar events. I've done videos in the past on how to beat the punching bag event. The thing is that characters are constantly changing, right? So there's always better and better methods for doing this. So part of what I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to show you based on what you have in your box, how to actually search and build the best team yourself, rather than me just like give you a team and then if you don't have the characters, then you don't know what to do, right? And so a common thing that I had in my last videos where people would say, well, I don't have so-and-so, who do I put in, who do I put in? So I want to give you guys the power to figure out the team for yourself. So the goal with these events, for those of you that are new to this, is you need to deal as much damage as possible in a singular hit. Now, with the normal punching bag event, you're not restricted by categories or anything like that, so you literally just want to focus on getting your biggest attacker. You want to beef them up as much as possible, and you do that with a Nuking leader skill. I'm going to explain what that is and how to find it. The difference with that and the tile breaking challenge is the tile breaking challenge specifically wants certain categories, okay? So for the first challenge, which is currently up right now, you have to use either a Saiyan Saga or a Planet Namek Saga category character. Now, you can use characters from other categories, but the categories they give you get a significant buff, so it's way easier to hit the threshold with that. Challenge 2 will be Android Cell Saga. Challenge 3 will be Boo Saga, okay? So in today's video, I'm going to do a team build for Saiyan and Namek Saga, but I'm going to show you the process of how to build a team, and once again, this can work for Punching Bag or for the tile breaking challenge, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to figure out, so if like I'm going to build a team, right? The first thing you'd want to do, let me just go team formation here. I'll just erase everything, clean everything up. So the first thing you'd want to do is you'd want to find your strongest attacking character. So if this were, say, for the punching bag event, you would just find your strongest attacker, like the guy that you know you can do the biggest attack stat with. That's pretty much what you would want on your team. Now, let's say we're doing the tile breaking challenge, right? They specifically want either Namek Saga or Saiyan Saga. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort by category, and we're going to go Namek Saga, Saiyan Saga, and I'm going to do partial match. That means it's going to search for any character that's on either of those two categories, okay? So we'll go like this. So when you look at this, I'll be honest, Namek Saga, Saiyan Saga isn't like the craziest right now for like giant big attackers. There is a Tech Namek Saga Vegeta that I didn't summon for. He might be a decent pick here. The nice thing about this event is the enemies don't attack you. So you can get away with using older characters as long as they can hit a strong enough attack stat. So I feel like for me, based on my box, the best choices would actually be like this Kaioken Goku or this like Goku Vegeta exchange unit, just because they're like a very recent ECA. This Goku in particular is actually a fairly old unit, and I would not be surprised if they EZA soon. Like for Anniversary, if they say do like a Goku versus Vegeta theme, like this guy probably will EZA during Anniversary, right? But this guy was such a Nuking like powerhouse attack character back when he came out. He's still plenty good enough for this event. So that's the first step, is figure out like which character you want to be your main attacker. Then the next step is you want to find the leader to use for your team. Now, what I recommend you do for this is you want to find a Nuking leader that matches the type of your character. So let's say I'm going to go with this Goku, okay? So then what I want to do is I want to find a Nuking leader. Now, those of you not familiar with what a Nuking leader is, these Nuking leaders, it's an older leader skill that actually used to be meta way back in the day. But what they do is instead of giving like all the stats and like key to the team, they just give attack per type key sphere obtained of that typing, but this is the way to generate the most damage, okay? So here's how you find those characters in your box. So now for this, it doesn't matter, like all that matters for the category for the tile breaking is your main attacker. The rest of the team, we don't care about that. So I'm going to remove all the filters, and then when you search here, what you want to do is you want to search for an effect, and then the top there you want to pick leader skill. And for the leader skill, we want to do attack per key sphere. So that's this right here. So I want a leader skill that will raise attack via key sphere, and I'm going to click OK. So this is going to give us, for the most part, a lot of the Nuking leads in the game. And the Nuking lead you're looking for is either 33 or 35% per orb, right? So I could sort specifically for STR, but I know for a fact, like this Piccolo is the one I would use. STR type 35% attack per key sphere obtained. So if I'm using Kaioken Goku as my main attacker, this is what I want to go with. So whoever your main attacker is, you want the nuking lead that fits the typing. For physical, I think this Vegeta is probably the best one to use. For tech, this Goku is going to be the best one to use. The reason why the Vegeta and Goku are so good, it's because they change rainbow key spheres into the typing, which is very, very good, because then you can fill the team with rainbow orb changers and then they'll change it back to the right typing. It's very good. For AGL, I mean, you could just use this Frieza here, would be like probably the AGL lead you would want to run. And then for Int, you would want to run Beerus. There are some alternate options, like you can do Super Baby 2 or the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but you don't want to use them unless they're your only option, because they have a chance to turn Great Ape, and if they turn Great Ape, it ruins your run, right? So those are pretty much the main ones. This Vegeta could work for tech also, but the Goku's way better, because he changes rainbow orbs into the typings. Okay, so that's what you do. So I'm going to start with Piccolo as the lead. Okay, I'm going to take care of that, and then we know we want Kaioken Goku, right? Then what you want to fill the team with is a combination of support units to strengthen your unit and orb changers. A bonus if they do both, right? And you want to prioritize, the orb changing is way more important than the support. Your goal is we need to generate as many STR orbs as possible. So here's how you find that in your box, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to select effect again. This time you're going to go to passive skill, and then you want to look for orb changing. So you want to do change key spheres. Okay, and then what we want to do specifically is we want to look for STR units, because STR units will be the ones that would be able to change key spheres into their own. Now, a couple characters I know off the top of my head, like Bulma's a really good support, and she rainbow orb changes, which can help, but we want to prioritize STR, but because she supports, she's good. This STR Kaba in particular, I know is going to be amazing, because he's a 60% support and orb changes. And then you could look at a character, right? Like if I click and hold on this Vegeta, you can just see what they change. But this guy changes AGL to STR. So you kind of do want to get units that change to STR for this example, rather than changing to rainbow. So you want to at least get a couple of those. We can just grab this this Analaza. He's a free-to-play unit that he changes to STR specifically, and he randomly chooses, which I actually kind of like, because then you always have a chance to get something changed into what you want. So I'm going to roll with the team like this, okay? And we'll see. I already completed the challenge, but we'll just see if I can get it done first try for the video here, right? So we'll go to event, and then maybe what I'll do is we'll just do another example team comp, right? Just to help people out in case you're confused about it. So we go into here, and only stage 1 is up. Now, you could argue that you wouldn't want to do STR here because the enemy is AGL, but as long as you crit, it's fine, right? And so here's what I want is I want Super STR, and I think at the bottom there should be, yeah, there's a couple of Piccolo friends. So this is what you want to run for STR. Double Piccolo, once again, we don't care about our defense. We just want a lot of STR orbs, and we're focused on just doing it for this Kaioken Goku. Okay, so let's hop in. Let's see what kind of setup we can get. It's not going to guaranteed work your first try. It might take you a few tries. Like my first rotation here is actually really bad. We got a bunch of rainbow orb changers here. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we're not going to get a ton of... Oh, we did get a decent amount. Okay, so the Piccolos do change the STR, so this actually worked out fine. So yeah, we just grab a big chunk of STR orbs, get a big old fat attack stat, and we might just have it like turn 1 here, right? If we crit, this should be plenty enough. But once again, it's AGL, so you kind of rely on the crit here. If he's not, yeah, 20 million attack stat in this event, because I have the category, it's going to be fine. He's going to hit really hard. So we'll just see here what we get. Yeah, so crit, max damage, done, right? Yeah. So I think the tile breaking challenge is easier than the punching bag just because the category buff is really significant. It's more of a check though, like on your box. If you're a newer player, you could struggle with this. Just because, so like now the rest of this, we can just have fun and just swing with units, because we get 3 turns with this. The tile breaking challenge is easier for 2 reasons. One is the category buff is very significant, and you get like more turns to kind of set up. You get 3 turns in this, whereas I think in punching bag you just get 2 turns. So if your character ends up in slot 7, they won't even like, you have to like abort right away. They don't even get a chance to attack. So at least they're smart with this one and gave you the ability to have 3 turns. In case your main character is in slot 7, you still have a chance to do a really nice setup, right? I usually like having my main attacker on the second rotation because you get a little bit more time to set it up. But we got pretty lucky there. We had enough orb changing that, yeah, we just set it up right away. And we got all the rewards there, right? So that's basically how you do it. And once again, this wasn't me doing a bunch of recordings trying to get the perfect setup. I literally just did it, hopped in, and we got it first try. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you'll get it first try, but that's the basic setup, right? So let's go back in and let's just try to build like another team for, say, a punching bag type event, right? So actually here, let's do this. Let's do one for one of the categories coming up, right? So one of the categories coming up was Boo Saga, and that should be one that you guys all have, right? So let's go into team. Let's try to build a Boo Saga team for this, for those of you who want to build one coming up, right? So we'll remove all. So the first step you do, once again, look at the category and find your most damaging character in that category. So let's go Boo Saga, and let's see who I would want my main attacker to be. Now, Boo Saga is going to have a lot of good characters, because they've been getting buffed a ton. I mean, I'm thinking probably like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, not gonna lie. Because he can like turn one, like this guy here, and mine's only 55%, but he can put out so much damage. So I think I'm gonna do Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, which means I'm going to do the, so I'm just gonna put that, I'm just gonna get a couple units here. I wanna get Gotenks on the team right here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, remember, you would want to search, let's say you don't remember who the Nuking leads are. Let's set that up again, right? So we're going to go into select effect. We'll go into leader skill, and then we're going to go into raise attack key sphere. And then we want the tech one, which I know this Goku is going to be the main one you want. He's really good, right? So if we read him really quick, changes rainbow to tech, which is insane. Because then, once again, you can put a bunch of rainbow orb changers, and then he will put them all to tech. It's actually pretty legit. And then what you do, once again, is we change this now, and we go to passive skill, and then we want change key spheres. Now, in tech specifically, there's a ridiculously good character you can run if you have him. He's a World Tournament unit, but his name is Mr. Boo right here. This guy's a double rainbow orb changer. So specifically with him, if he pops up and double orb changes and then this Goku comes up after, like, you're going to be flooded with tech orbs, right? And so we might just do a run with this in like a regular punching bag event and just see how it goes, just to show you that. So then once again, I would want to sort this by tech, because these are units that are more likely to change it to tech key spheres, right? So then you would want to just look and click on units and try to find ones that, once again, rainbow could be fine, or tech could be fine. So this guy randomly just changes something to tech. I'm actually okay with that, because then we just get a random chance to get the right one that we want. If you have the 60% support, which for this one would be the TN, not a lot of players would have him, but those types of units are really ideal for these events. And then once again, I could literally just pick another one, right? Could be a support unit, if I can find one, but you can click and kind of go through these. Actually, does this Videl, I mean, she supports, but I don't think, yeah, she doesn't support the Gotenk, but she does do a random orb attack, so we'll just put her on there. You could take your time and research a bit more, but yeah, here's a nice little tech team, right? So now let's go ahead, let's just go into like a Hercule punching bag event. I mean, let's do it on the tile breaking one, because then we can compare and see, like, can we do it if we don't have the correct category, right? Because let's try it. Let me see, I think I just put that team right here. Let's try this team. I don't know if the Goku will be here, because it's, you know, well, it could. We'll go down to the bottom. Yeah, there he is. So let's try this. So we'll see how much damage Gotenks can do without the correct category, because you possibly can still beat these even if you don't have the right category, if you have a crazy enough setup. And we're going to see Gotenks right away turn one. The problem with this setup is we got the double rainbow orb changer, but not the Goku. But the nice thing is we do get 2 turns with Gotenks. So we don't have to nail it turn 1 here, right? So this might not be great. Yeah, this is actually going to be really bad. We have like no tech orbs. So we'll just let Gotenks, let me see who's coming on. Videl's going to be coming on, so we're going to have to float Mr. Boo off, otherwise he's going to mess. We got both of the Gokus next rotation, so this would be an example of a bad rotation. So this Gotenks is not going to hit very hard, because he literally got like no tech orbs, because we only get the attack buff on tech orbs. So this would be a weak attack for Gotenks for sure. Yeah, 2.7 mil, which is super weak for him. But now we have an extra turn to set up. The problem is like next rotation, we're probably going to get too many tech orbs, and we're going to have to wipe the field with somebody, which is going to be unfortunate. We'll see. We'll just see how it shapes out. But yeah, with those 2 Gokus, I mean, one of them's going to take all of our rainbows into tech. Hopefully it lines up nice to where we can grab orbs and still leave a bunch of tech orbs, is what we ideally would want. And we're going to have Videl floating in, which will change a random type the tech, which could definitely help. All right, let's see what... Is this going to be just like too much tech? Okay. Not the word. I think we can escape this without grabbing too much. We're going to have to grab this on the side. And then we'll have plenty of other colors to grab. And we'll leave a big chunk of tech on the side there. So this is kind of how you can prep and set up. There we go. And then if Videl like tags purple and changes it to green, then we'll be set. Or if we get rainbow on one of them and then maybe she does the other one tech, we could get a really nice setup here for Gotenks. Once again, he's not going to be doing as good of damage here because he's not the category. But let's just... Oh, they only gave me 2 turns. I thought they gave me 3. That is my bad. All right, let's try again. Let's hop in one more time. That's kind of how you have to do with the punching bag. You have to take multiple attempts. I swore they gave you 3 turns on this one, but I guess not. All right, so let's attempt again. Let's jump in with the same team here. Of course, we're going to have to manually change this one. These ones, too, like with the categories, correct? Like, you could just do like a traditional 200% lead. If you have a good enough character and probably, like, I could just do like a Boo Saga lead. Like, I could just have Gotenks as the lead. Like, when the Boo one comes up, you probably can just do a big smack with Gotenks on this and probably still get it. But on the normal punching bag, you are going to have to use a Nuking leader. Okay, we have it again, but we do have the rainbow to green, which is good. Yeah, that turned out much better. So let's see what Gotenks can do here. 14, I think, is going to be our best. Let's just see what Gotenks does here, and then we'll call it a video. But hopefully this helps you guys out, because then that way, I figure doing the video this way rather than just showing you a team, you should be able to figure out your own. Yeah, 37 million. Okay, and if he crits here, I mean, what's he going to do? Is he going to do all 9s? 58 million. That's still... Like, that's going to get you most of the missions. I don't know what they want for the top mission. I didn't even read it. I just know, like, I hit all 9s with that Kaioken Goku. But this is why you want to use the category. But if you have a strong enough unit, like, this Gotenks can walk into any category and put up that much damage. And that wasn't even, like, that was 14 orbs, right? We have the potential to get up to 23 orbs if we get perfect RNG. So Gotenks might be able to hit all 9s on this, even without the category. So I know he's a recent unit, and a lot of you pulled him, so you definitely could use him on this. But I would say if you're doing normal punching bag, using this type of setup on normal punching bag is going to be very effective, because Gotenks hits ridiculously hard, right? So anyways, guys, hopefully this helps. Let me know what y'all think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.